What happens when one viral claim sends the internet into complete chaos? Today, we're breaking down the online buzz surrounding recent speculation involving well-known public figures. But before we begin, it's important to remember one thing. Social media moves fast, and not every trending claim is backed by verified facts. Within hours, clips were shared across multiple platforms, reaction channels started weighing in, and thousands of comments flooded timelines. Some people believed the rumors immediately. Others questioned the source, asking whether there was any real evidence behind the headlines. As more creators joined the conversation, the story became bigger than the original post itself. Every screenshot was analyzed. Every interview was re-examined. Every social media update sparked a fresh wave of theories. But amid all the noise, one question remained unanswered. What is actually confirmed, and what is simply speculation? In this video, we'll separate verified information from internet rumors, explore how the story gained so much attention, and examine why viral narratives can spread far faster than the facts. You'll see how online discussions evolve, how public reactions shape the conversation, and why waiting for reliable information is often the smartest approach. Stay until the end, because we'll also look at the biggest misconceptions that circulated online and explain what can and cannot be supported by credible sources. You won't want to miss this breakdown because sometimes the biggest twist isn't the rumor itself, it's how quickly the internet turns speculation into a global conversation. Before we dive into the heart of this story, it's important to separate confirmed facts from online speculation. Celebrity gossip spreads incredibly fast, and once a rumor gains momentum, it often takes on a life of its own. In this video, we'll explore the public statements, social media reactions, and timelines surrounding this controversy while making it clear what has been confirmed and what remains unverified. The latest wave of discussion began when Funky Dineva shared his thoughts on the ongoing conversations involving Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton. Known for his outspoken personality and unfiltered celebrity commentary, Funky Dineva has built a reputation for discussing entertainment news in a way that sparks debate. Whether people agree with him or not, his opinions often become major talking points across social media. This time was no different. A few comments quickly caught the attention of viewers, who immediately began sharing clips across multiple platforms. Those clips spread like wildfire, and before long, fans were dissecting every word. Some believed his statements hinted at information that wasn't publicly known, while others argued he was simply reacting to rumors that were already circulating online. As the conversation grew, the names Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton became linked once again, despite the lack of any official confirmation supporting the latest claims. That alone was enough to send the internet into detective mode. People started revisiting old interviews. They searched through years of Instagram posts. They analyzed podcast appearances. Even innocent photos from months or years ago were suddenly being presented as evidence. This is something that happens often in celebrity culture. Once a rumor starts trending, every past interaction is viewed through a completely different lens. Fans began creating timelines that attempted to explain how the alleged story could have unfolded. Some pointed to public appearances. Others highlighted moments where one celebrity liked another's social media post. A few even claimed that certain interviews now sounded completely different after hearing the latest rumors. But here's the problem. None of these pieces of information actually confirmed anything. Instead, they created a puzzle filled with assumptions. Still, assumptions can spread almost as quickly as facts online. Within hours, reaction channels picked up the story. Entertainment blogs posted headlines. TikTok creators offered their own theories. X users debated every possible angle. YouTube creators uploaded videos asking if the rumors were finally true. Suddenly, what started as commentary had evolved into one of the biggest celebrity discussions of the week. Many longtime followers of Tamar Braxton weren't surprised to see her name dominate headlines again. Throughout her career, Tamar has remained one of the most talked-about personalities in entertainment. Whether she's releasing music, appearing on reality television, or speaking candidly about her personal life, she consistently generates public interest. Her openness has earned admiration from many fans, but it has also made her a frequent subject of speculation. Every public appearance becomes a topic of conversation. Every interview is analyzed. Every social media post receives thousands of comments trying to uncover hidden meanings. That level of attention means even the smallest rumor can quickly snowball into something much larger. Meanwhile, Mendeecees has experienced similar public scrutiny over the years. As a familiar face from reality television, his personal relationships have often been discussed in public. Fans have followed different chapters of his life for years, making him someone whose name regularly appears whenever new rumors emerge. Because both individuals already have strong public profiles, it didn't take much for people to start connecting dots that may not have been connected at all. Soon, social media was divided into two camps. One group believed there had to be some truth behind the rumors. The other insisted that people were jumping to conclusions without evidence. The debate became increasingly intense. Some users argued that celebrities often keep major life events private until they're ready to share them. Others responded that privacy shouldn't automatically be interpreted as confirmation of a rumor. That distinction is important. Keeping something private doesn't prove speculation. Likewise, denying rumors isn't always enough to stop them from spreading. As more people joined the conversation, older stories involving both celebrities resurfaced. Past friendships, previous relationships, industry connections, and even unrelated interviews suddenly became part of an entirely new narrative. This is one of the biggest reasons celebrity rumors become so complicated. People naturally search for patterns. When enough unrelated events are placed side by side, they can appear connected, even if they aren't. Psychologists often refer to this as pattern recognition. Our brains are wired to make connections. Online communities amplify that tendency because thousands of people contribute different theories simultaneously. One person notices an old interview. Another remembers a social media post. Someone else finds an old photograph. Before long, individual observations become woven into a story that feels complete, even without direct evidence. That appears to be exactly what happened here. As the discussion continued, countless reaction videos began appearing online. Some creators confidently declared the rumors true. Others emphasized that nothing had been confirmed. Several entertainment commentators reminded audiences to distinguish speculation from verified information. Even then, the conversation refused to slow down. Instead, it grew larger. One reason is the involvement of Funky Dineva himself. His style has always encouraged discussion. He doesn't simply report celebrity news. He offers opinions, interpretations, and commentary that often leave room for viewers to draw their own conclusions. Supporters appreciate his honesty. Critics argue that his commentary sometimes fuels speculation. Regardless of which side someone supports, one thing is undeniable. People listen. And when enough people listen, conversations spread. That's exactly what happened after his latest remarks. Within a short period, millions of views accumulated across different platforms through clips, reposts, and reaction videos. Some fans claimed the situation finally explained previous rumors they'd heard years earlier. Others insisted there was still absolutely no proof supporting the claims. The truth is that both reactions illustrate how quickly celebrity narratives develop online. Facts become mixed with opinions. Opinions become headlines. Headlines become assumptions. Assumptions become accepted as truth by some audiences. That's why it's essential to slow down and examine what has actually been verified. So far, there has been no official confirmation supporting the claims of a secret pregnancy involving Tamar and Mendeecees. Much of the conversation remains driven by online speculation, fan theories, and commentary rather than verified statements from those directly involved. Even so, that hasn't stopped people from continuing the debate. In fact, the more silence there is from the celebrities themselves, the more theories seem to appear. And just when it looked like the rumors couldn't get any bigger, another unexpected twist entered the conversation, one that had fans revisiting old interviews, questioning past friendships, and wondering whether a series of overlooked moments had been hiding in plain sight all along. As the conversation continued to explode online, fans did what they always seem to do during a major celebrity controversy. They became investigators. Every old interview, every podcast appearance, Every Instagram Live and every public interaction involving Tamar Braxton, Mendeecees, or Funky Dineva was suddenly placed under a microscope. What had once seemed like ordinary moments were now being reinterpreted as possible clues. Some viewers pointed to comments Tamar had made in previous interviews about protecting her peace and keeping parts of her personal life private. Others revisited interviews where Mendeecees spoke about family, relationships, and the pressures of living in the public eye. None of those interviews mentioned the rumor currently circulating, but that didn't stop people from trying to fit them into a larger narrative. That's often how internet speculation grows. A single rumor creates curiosity. Curiosity leads people to search for evidence. When no direct evidence exists, they begin connecting unrelated events. Eventually, a story begins to form, even if many of the connections are based on assumptions rather than facts. Soon, entertainment blogs started covering the reactions instead of the rumor itself. Headlines focused on the internet's response, the viral clips, and the heated debates across social media. That shift is important because it shows how online conversations can become news simply because so many people are talking about them. Reaction channels on YouTube quickly joined in. Some creators argued that Funky Dineva must know more than he was saying. Others believed he was simply offering commentary on rumors that had already been circulating. The lack of a clear, verified statement left plenty of room for interpretation. Meanwhile, fans were split. One side insisted that where there's smoke, there's fire. The other side warned against treating speculation as fact. This disagreement fueled even more engagement. Every new video generated thousands of comments. Every post sparked another debate. Instead of the story slowing down, it continued to gain momentum. One reason this particular rumor spread so quickly is that all three names involved already carry strong public recognition. Tamar Braxton has spent years in the spotlight as a singer, television personality, and outspoken public figure. Mendeecees has long been known through reality television and his highly publicized personal life. Funky Dineva, meanwhile, has built an audience by sharing bold opinions on celebrity news. When three well-known names become connected in one conversation, people naturally pay attention. Another factor is the speed of social media. A short clip can be shared thousands of times before viewers ever see the full context. Comments are often taken out of context, edited into compilations, or paired with dramatic captions designed to attract clicks. As a result, many people end up reacting to a headline rather than the complete conversation. This creates a cycle. Someone watches a viral clip. They share it. Another creator reacts to it. That reaction gets clipped. Then someone reacts to the reaction. Before long, the original source becomes almost impossible to separate from everyone else's interpretation. That's exactly what appeared to happen here. As more creators added their opinions, the rumor evolved. What began as speculation started being repeated by some viewers as though it were already confirmed. Others began asking why none of the people involved had publicly addressed every claim. But silence doesn't automatically confirm a rumor. Public figures choose not to respond for many reasons. Sometimes they believe responding would only give the story more attention. Sometimes they prefer to keep personal matters private. And sometimes they simply ignore online speculation altogether. Without an official statement, it's impossible to verify claims based solely on internet discussion. Despite that, the conversation kept growing. Fans started comparing timelines, looking at old appearances, and discussing whether certain moments now seemed suspicious in hindsight. But hindsight can be misleading. Once people believe a particular theory, they often reinterpret past events to fit that belief. This is why it's important to distinguish between observations and evidence. An observation might raise a question. Evidence answers it. Throughout this controversy, there has been plenty of observation, but very little publicly verified evidence supporting the more dramatic claims. Even so, social media thrives on unanswered questions. The less certainty there is, the more theories emerge. Some users believed an announcement was imminent. Others predicted the entire story would eventually fade away without confirmation. At the same time, another debate started gaining traction. Instead of focusing only on the rumor itself, people began discussing the ethics of celebrity commentary. Some argued that public figures should expect scrutiny because they live their lives in the spotlight. Others felt that deeply personal rumors, especially those involving pregnancy, should not be treated as entertainment unless confirmed by the individuals involved. That discussion became almost as significant as the original rumor. Many viewers pointed out that pregnancy rumors can have real emotional consequences. Assuming someone is pregnant based on appearance, speculation, or anonymous claims can be harmful and invasive. Others argued that repeating unverified information only increases the pressure on everyone involved. These concerns reminded many fans that there's a difference between discussing public statements and spreading personal rumors without evidence. Still, in the world of celebrity news, controversy often attracts attention faster than clarification. And as more people clicked, commented, and shared, the algorithm rewarded the topic by pushing it to even larger audiences. The result? A rumor that may have started with speculation became one of the most talked about celebrity discussions online. Yet one major question remained unanswered. What exactly prompted Funky Dineva's comments in the first place? Was he responding to information that was already circulating behind the scenes? Was he simply reacting to online chatter? Or were viewers reading far more into his words than he actually intended? Without direct clarification, those questions remain open. But just when fans thought the discussion had reached its peak, another wave of reactions from fellow entertainers, bloggers, and social media personalities added even more fuel to the fire, taking the controversy in a completely new direction. By the time the story had been circulating for several days, it had grown far beyond the original conversation. What began as commentary had transformed into one of the internet's hottest celebrity debates. Every major entertainment page seemed to have an opinion. Every reaction channel wanted to weigh in, and thousands of fans were convinced they had uncovered pieces of a much larger puzzle. But amid all the noise, one question remained unanswered. Where was the actual proof? That question became the dividing line between two very different groups of viewers. One group argued that celebrities often keep major life events private until they're ready to reveal them. According to this perspective, silence didn't necessarily mean the rumors were false. It simply meant those involved weren't prepared to address them publicly. The other group pushed back. They argued that assumptions should never replace evidence. Without a public statement, official confirmation, or reliable documentation, they believed the rumors should remain exactly what they were, unverified speculation. This debate spread quickly across X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Comment sections became battlegrounds. Some users confidently claimed they already knew the story months ago. Others asked those same users for proof. Most couldn't provide any. Instead, they pointed back to old interviews, social media posts, and viral clips that had already been discussed countless times. In other words, the same information kept circulating in different forms. Meanwhile, entertainment creators continued producing daily updates. Interestingly, many of these updates contained very little new information. Instead, they focused on public reactions. One creator would analyze fan comments. Another would discuss trending hashtags. Someone else would react to another creator's reaction. Before long, the conversation had become less about the original rumor and more about the internet's obsession with the rumor. This happens frequently in celebrity culture. Sometimes the public reaction becomes a bigger story than the original claim. Algorithms reward engagement. The more controversial a topic becomes, the more platforms continue recommending it. As millions of people watched, liked, shared, and commented, the story continued reaching new audiences. Some people encountering the topic for the first time assumed everything they were hearing had already been confirmed. Others immediately questioned the lack of evidence. That difference in perspective explains why online rumors can spread so rapidly. Repetition often creates the illusion of certainty. If enough people repeat the same claim, it can begin to sound factual, even when no new evidence has appeared. That's why media literacy is so important. Seeing something repeated across multiple pages doesn't automatically make it true. Sometimes every page is simply repeating the same original rumor. As the discussion intensified, some fans started wondering whether Tamar or Mendeecees would eventually respond directly. Historically, celebrities handle rumors in very different ways. Some immediately deny false reports. Others ignore them completely. A few choose to respond months or even years later. There is no universal strategy. Every public figure decides for themselves how much of their private life they want to share. That reality frustrated some fans. They wanted answers. They wanted confirmation. They wanted closure. Instead, they received silence. Ironically, that silence only fueled additional speculation. Some viewers interpreted it as strategic. Others viewed it as completely normal. Again, neither interpretation proves anything. Around this time, discussions also shifted toward the role of celebrity commentators like Funky Dineva. Supporters praised his willingness to discuss topics that others avoided. They argued that commentary is part of entertainment journalism. Critics disagreed. They questioned whether commentary sometimes encourages audiences to treat speculation as established fact. This broader discussion highlighted an important issue in today's media landscape. Commentary and reporting are not always the same thing. A commentator shares opinions and interpretations. A reporter focuses on verified information. Online audiences sometimes blur those distinctions, especially when dramatic headlines are involved. As clips continued circulating, viewers who had never watched the original discussion began reacting to short excerpts instead. Without full context, many reached conclusions based on only a few seconds of conversation. That demonstrates another challenge of viral content. Context often disappears. Only the most dramatic moments remain. At the same time, loyal fans of Tamar Braxton came to her defense. Many reminded others that she has spoken openly in the past about the emotional toll of public scrutiny. They argued that spreading deeply personal rumors without confirmation crossed a line. Similarly, supporters of Mendeecees emphasized that speculation surrounding someone's private life should not be treated as entertainment unless supported by credible evidence. These responses introduced a more thoughtful perspective into the conversation. Instead of asking whether the rumor was true, some fans began asking a different question. Why are people so eager to believe it? The answer may lie in the nature of celebrity culture itself. Audiences often feel connected to public figures they've watched for years. Reality television, interviews, podcasts, and social media create a sense of familiarity. Over time, fans begin feeling as though they know celebrities personally. Psychologists sometimes describe this as a parasocial relationship, a one-sided connection where audiences feel emotionally invested in someone they've never actually met. Those relationships can make celebrity stories feel deeply personal. People become emotionally involved. They want updates. They seek explanations. And when information is limited, speculation fills the gaps. That's exactly what unfolded throughout this controversy. Every unanswered question generated 3 new theories. Every theory inspired dozens of reaction videos. Every reaction created thousands of additional comments. The cycle became almost impossible to stop. Yet despite all the attention, the central issue remained unchanged. There was still no verified confirmation supporting the most sensational claims surrounding the alleged pregnancy. The internet, however, rarely waits for certainty. It moves at incredible speed. Rumors spread first. Verification often arrives much later, if it arrives at all. For many viewers, that realization served as an important reminder. Not every trending topic represents a confirmed event. Sometimes it simply reflects widespread curiosity, and curiosity alone can drive millions of views. Just when it seemed the discussion might finally begin fading, another unexpected development caught everyone's attention. Fresh reactions, renewed speculation, and subtle social media activity reignited the conversation all over again, leaving fans wondering whether the biggest twist in this story was still waiting to unfold. As the days passed, one thing became increasingly clear. The biggest story wasn't necessarily the rumor itself. It was how quickly the internet had turned speculation into a worldwide conversation. Millions of people had followed every update, analyzed every clip, and debated every possible angle, yet the central question remained exactly where it started. What was actually true? That question is often overlooked during viral celebrity controversies. When emotions run high, Facts can become buried beneath opinions, assumptions, and endless social media commentary. Every new reaction creates another headline, and every headline encourages more discussion, even when no new evidence has emerged. The situation involving Funky Dineva, Mendeecees, and Tamar Braxton became a perfect example of how modern celebrity news operates. A comment sparks curiosity. Curiosity creates speculation. Speculation becomes trending content. Trending content attracts millions of viewers. Then, before anyone realizes it, the conversation becomes bigger than the original story. Throughout this controversy, fans continued searching for answers. Some remained convinced there had to be more happening behind the scenes than the public knew. Others insisted that without official confirmation, the discussion should remain exactly what it was, an unverified rumor. Neither side appeared willing to change its position. And perhaps that's why the story remained so popular. People are naturally drawn to unanswered questions. Mysteries encourage discussion. Discussion fuels engagement. Engagement keeps a topic alive. This cycle plays out repeatedly across celebrity culture. One of the most interesting aspects of this situation is how different audiences interpreted the same information. Some people watched Funky Dineva's comments and concluded he was hinting at insider knowledge. Others watched the exact same clip and believed he was simply sharing his personal opinion on a topic that was already circulating online. The words hadn't changed. Only the interpretation had. That difference reminds us how powerful perception can be. Two people can hear the same statement and reach completely opposite conclusions. Social media amplifies that effect because algorithms often show users content that aligns with what they already believe. If someone thinks the rumors are true, they're more likely to see videos supporting that idea. If someone believes the rumors are false, they're more likely to encounter creators challenging the claims. Over time, each side becomes more confident in its own viewpoint. Meanwhile, the people at the center of the story continue living their lives under intense public scrutiny. For celebrities, this level of attention is nothing new. Every public appearance is analyzed. Every social media post becomes headline material. Even silence can become a story. Many public figures have spoken about how exhausting that experience can be. A single photograph can generate hundreds of theories. A brief interview can inspire days of debate. An innocent social media post can be interpreted in dozens of completely different ways. That's the reality of life in the spotlight. This controversy also raises broader questions about how audiences consume entertainment news. Should every rumor be discussed before it's verified? Do public figures deserve privacy when it comes to deeply personal matters? Where should the line between commentary and speculation be drawn? There are no easy answers. Some believe discussing rumors is simply part of celebrity culture. Others argue that speculation involving someone's family or personal health should be handled with far greater care. Both perspectives continue shaping conversations across the entertainment industry. Another lesson from this story is the incredible speed at which information travels today. Years ago, celebrity rumors spread through magazines and television programs. Today, a 30-second video clip can reach millions of viewers within hours. That speed creates opportunities, but it also creates challenges. False information can spread just as quickly as accurate information, sometimes even faster. That's why critical thinking is more important than ever. Whenever a dramatic celebrity story appears online, it's worth asking a few simple questions. Who originally made the claim? Has anyone directly involved confirmed it? Are reliable sources reporting verified facts, or are they discussing public speculation? Those questions can help separate headlines from evidence. In this particular case, much of the online conversation centered around interpretations rather than confirmed information. As viewers, recognizing that distinction helps create a healthier media environment. Of course, none of this means fans should stop discussing celebrity news. Entertainment has always inspired conversation. People enjoy sharing opinions, predicting future developments, and debating public events. The key difference is understanding when a discussion is based on facts and when it's based on theories. That distinction protects both audiences and the individuals being discussed. As the controversy gradually began losing momentum, many observers noticed something interesting. The internet quickly moved on to the next trending story. New celebrity headlines appeared. Fresh controversies emerged. Attention shifted elsewhere. That's another defining characteristic of today's online world. The news cycle moves incredibly fast. Stories that dominate social media one week may barely be mentioned the next. Yet, even after public attention fades, the lessons remain. This situation demonstrated how easily speculation can become viral. It showed how commentary can be interpreted in multiple ways. It highlighted the importance of verifying information before accepting it as fact. And perhaps most importantly, it reminded everyone that real people exist behind every headline. Public figures may live in the spotlight, but they still deserve fairness when rumors begin circulating. As for Funky Dineva, his comments once again proved that his voice carries significant influence within celebrity media. Whether viewers agreed with him or disagreed, they paid attention. His remarks sparked one of the week's biggest entertainment conversations. Meanwhile, Tamar, Braxton, and Mendeecees found themselves at the center of another internet firestorm, one fueled more by public curiosity than confirmed evidence. Will additional information ever emerge? Will any of those involved decide to publicly address the rumors? Or will this simply become another example of a viral celebrity story that slowly fades away without definitive answers? Only time will tell. Until then, the most responsible approach is to separate verified facts from online speculation and remember that not every trending rumor reflects reality. Sometimes the biggest story isn't what people claim happened. It's how millions of people reacted before knowing the full truth. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more balanced coverage of the biggest celebrity stories, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest updates. And let us know in the comments, do you think social media makes it easier to uncover the truth, or does it make it harder to separate facts from rumors? Your thoughts might be featured in our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.